Hello and thank you for watching. This is Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. My name is Elsie Godwin and I'm here with Ife Oshokeye and Ife Omai. Hey guys.
What's good, yeah?
How you doing?
Well,
Yeah.
you? Good.
I'm nodding my head. Anyway, let's dive right into it. Nicki Minaj is set to marry her childhood friend, Kenneth Petty. She confirmed this after revealing they have obtained a marriage license. The rapper and Kenneth have been dating for over 7 months when they went official with their relationship on Instagram.
First of all, his surname.
I mean, that was why I did the hair like Petty, okay.
It suits them.
It's funny how I didn't
Mr.
pay
and Mrs.
attention to the
Petty.
name until
Cool.
now.
Nicki Petty.
Nicki Petty.
Nah, I don't think she's changing her name, really. That's Nicki Minaj. It's her real name that will have the Petty or something.
Mr.
Then
and Mrs.
anytime
Petty.
she does anything petty, they'll say, oh, it's because you're now married to a petty man.
Wow. The first teaching the trolls how to do it beforehand. We get it. But what do you think?
I'm very confused. I thought they didn't have the license, and that she said they're not actually married.
No. She has confirmed on her show. I think she has a radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said they got the license now and they are
What do you mean license? Like the marriage certificate?
marriage license.
Doesn't that mean you're married?
Married. Yeah.
Because then she
But
came out.
she referred
she came
him
out to say
she
that.
referred to him as
But
her
then she came out to
husband.
say that they're not actually married. On her Instagram, she was like, my hobby, something. Although we might not be married, something. So I'm just like, sis, are you married or you're not married?
Well, at least I know
got
she's
a bit
getting foot
confused, yeah.
massage every night.
You know,
Yeah.
toe by toe.
I got confused too when I saw that because I believe having a marriage license just simply means we're married, and then you're saying even though we're not married. You know, I got confused with that, but whatever it is, I like how she put it out there because I didn't listen to the radio podcast, but
You're gonna have to pay for that. So.
So are you trying to say I can't afford to pay?
I'm just
Okay, so I didn't listen, but I read what she said, and she said she spoke about a bit on spirituality and how being with the right person can actually shape your spiritual life, and she's in a good place right now. And I'm just happy she's happy. That's basically.
Yeah, on that note, I think it was a bit phony because she said, oh, she's really happy and content and all that. And it has nothing
What was
to do
the
with...
gist when she was with McMill?
And it has nothing to do with a man. You see, that statement for me is absolute BS. It has everything to do with a man because you have never made that statement. Only when you're in relationships that you say that. And there's nothing wrong. If somebody comes into your life, adds more spice, and they, add more whatever. I don't like the word like complete you because you should be complete on your own. But, they come and add all that extra stuff. Just say that. This whole thing of like, yeah, it has nothing to do with him. Yeah, it does. If you take him out of the equation, I don't think your spiritual life will be this content. That's just my opinion, Sha. So. But I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, I'm just happy for her though. Because I think she's tried. She's been in and out. Her body count is rising. So we really need to wrap this
How
up.
many? How many
body counts
How
do you
many?
know?
Really?
Drake,
Okay.
Lil Wayne,
Okay.
Tiger.
No,
But
just
all
they
is
never had
alleged
anything.
now.
Lil Wayne, nah, it's never happened.
Drake, Lil Wayne, Tiger.
Were you there? This is how defamation laws
Meek
just
Mill,
fly from America to Nigeria.
Mick Mill, DJ Khaled,
She would never do
RMG.
What?
I don't think body count matters. Like, she can screw how many people she wants to, but I think more
She
so
can
that
what?
she can screw as many people as she wants to.
School.
Screw.
Please don't repeat it. Let's just move on.
But I think my thing for her is that I know she wants it. I know she wants that like life,
Love,
like
relationship,
loving, no, as in
companion.
like settle down the aisle,
Yeah,
have
obviously.
kids. So and it hasn't happened. And she's dated hard. She dated how many years did she date McMill? And then the guy before then, like she's
Now that
dated.
you're saying settling down. and
Safari,
having
I even
kids,
forgot
I'm
Yeah,
thinking-
Safari. How many years was that?
Safari, Lil Wayne, Drake.
She didn't date Lil Wayne. These are
I
all
don't know why you
rumors.
are. I don't know.
A close source.
I think the only body count you can count are the ones that she's actually dated. Everybody else is alleged.
Okay, like Drake, McMill.
Drake is
Safari.
alleged.
Drake is alleged?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah. At least we
Drake
know
is
Safari,
alleged.
we know Meek Mill,
Yeah.
and this our uncle.
That's it.
Okay.
Obviously there'll be more, but like.
Okay.
Okay, up next for conversation, Cardi B indicted by grand jury for felonies at strip club fight. This is stemming from a brawl that took place at New York's Angel Strip Club last year. She has been indicted by a grand jury on several felony charges. According to the New York Times, the rapper faces 2 counts of felony attempted assault as well as counts for harassment, criminal solicitation, and conspiracy, while CNN notes that the exact charges will remain sealed until the arraignment on Tuesday. So
tomorrow.
yeah, so we don't know which one to follow right now, but there's an arraignment. That one is clear.
Yeah, they actually offered a plea bargain sometime in April, which she didn't oblige to. And our lawyers are saying that they're not aware of any evidence of causing bodily harm to anybody and all of that. So at the end of the day, it's not far-fetched from Cardi B to do something like that. Yes, if yeah, it's true. It's something she can do. She can actually tell her associate to be torn up if she has a problem with you. She's that ghetto. We all know that about Cardi B. I'm not even trying to say this to shade out or anything, but from past behaviors and past attitudes and fights, and even when she was on Love and Hip Hop and all of that.
Let's not even go back that far. Just the red carpet event with
Nicki Minaj. Yeah, so it's not far-fetched. I wouldn't say, oh, Cardi can never do that. So I just want to see how this plays out in courts and see how the law works.
My interest is more so on what Offset's role is in all this, because I mean, you're the one who didn't zip up properly, and we're doing other things and stuff, and they, their fallout was public and stuff, and they're back together. So I'm just hoping that this goes well for them in their favor, that this can bring them together. Rather than tear them apart, because I can imagine if this goes south, there's no way that you wouldn't find guilt in that. And sometimes we know that guilt only has the negative effects. So I'm just hoping that they can use this to work together as a couple that's just gone back. But
well, it seems like they're in a good place following BET Awards 2019.
Yeah,
and I saw that
nice.
Culture's birthday wasn't too long ago, a few days ago, and they spent over $100,000 on jewelry for.
That does not guarantee any happiness, my guy. I'm talking about.
No, I'm just saying,
when you think about like the pressure that comes from dealing with legal cases, like you need to whatever you have has to have substance, has to be real. If not, you can fall apart really quickly.
Well,
So
but
I'm
I
just
feel
worried about
Cardi and
that.
Offset has substance. I think so. I mean, they
I
understand
believe
their lifestyle.
It's true love. The fact that even it was so remorseful when it messed up and all of that, and the way he went about it. Every other guy, especially with this type of music, is a trap artist, and could have been like, oh, well, I really don't care, or play the I don't care card while you're texting in the background. But this guy wasn't doing the background and playing the ad guy card. It was public. It was showing you a substance.
That was very cute.
Very,
really.
So that's why I think they have the substance to withstand whatever it is. So I wish them well on this one, and I hope that whatever it is, they're able to settle out of court, because going to court and dragging. But if Cardi B's team feels like they're trying to get money off them, they might really want to go to court and
I think that's really dangerous, because you were violent. Especially if they can prove that there was an affair between these two people, then you already have motive going against you, that you did have the motivation to do that. And whether or not your motivation was justifiable, violence is still a crime, especially when you're now destroying other people's properties. And it's a business commercial property, so there's a different law for that. I just hope they have their lawyers based on if they can settle and pay whoever they need to pay and move on and get over and done with this. And I guess also women can also learn that we need to stop fighting the women. Like we've talked about this so many times as an unofficial statement. Like the other woman is not your problem, the man is.
The person who you're committed to is the problem. Okay, on that note, it's time for a break, but when we return, we'll be bringing you one more story. We'll be right back.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can live here.
My real names are Akbofiufubo, Akbolubomemere.
I think my father is a comedian, because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you are my younger brother. Age is nothing but a number. Well, I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
Feels so good
Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can. Welcome back. This is Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. Up next for conversation is this very interesting story of a young Nigerian who orders Wole Soyinka out of his flight seat. The incident, which happened on Sunday, was narrated by oil mogul Tonye Patrick Cole. Okay, according to what I read, he went on Instagram to share the story of a young man who had to tell Wole Soyinka to get up from his seat on an airplane. I mean, if you've been on a flight, you know that you have a seat allocated to you, and that is where you have to sit down.
You also pay for that seat allocated to you.
And unfortunately, and that was
entitled to that seat allocated.
Wow. That's like the business class area. I mean, I don't even know why we're stressing ourselves on this because they should sort their thing out. But yeah, and he wanted to sit on the window side.
Which is where
he was rightly supposed to be.
And that's where Wole Soyinka was wrongly seated on. And
bottom line is he stood his ground, and Wole Soyinka went to his own seat, and he sat in his rightful position.
Can we have that post on the screen again? There's
Do you want me to read it out?
No, there's this headline, the rude man in a face cap or something like that.
Yeah, the narrative of this story is very disappointing as well.
Sorry, I just wanted to come in. First of all, we complain about profiling by police officers and all of that. And when everybody's saying all lives matter, Black lives matter.
Okay, Wole Soyinka and the disrespectful young man in the face cap. I think that's a caption from the bloggers.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, we complain about, okay, let's even forget the caption. Even when Tonye Cole was writing about the story, he profiled this guy, claiming it's because he has tattoos, he had a face cap on, his biceps were showing, he had a t-shirt
Yeah, he said a few minutes later, this young man, baseball cap, t-shirt to show his muscle chest and tattooed biceps, board the plane and tells Prof he's on his seat, which he was. Those of us, including the cabin crew, tried to reason with Bobo Fine to let the old man be, but the chap refused. He insisted Prof should vacate his window seat, which the old man quietly did for his original aisle seat next to him.
Okay, so basically, you have just described a person using a tattoo, his face cap is dressing, and using that as leverage for maybe that's why it was rude, because it looked daft.
But then was he rude?
But I'm now thinking that if this guy was wearing a suit, came with a briefcase, and did the same thing, would we caption it this way? Or
maybe Tonye Cole is more like a literature person, and he likes the descriptive side of literature.
Either way,
he was just describing the man.
His narrative is very detrimental to people who actually look that way, because then you are associating disrespect to people who look that way. If you're an old man, this is all I have to say about this thing. If you're an old man, and I'm guessing Wole Soyinka has traveled before, you know you pay for your seats. Do you know there are different aisles in different places? Sometimes get expensive. You know, like the middle aisle is cheaper than the side aisle. So if you've traveled before, you know that you've paid for that seat with all the grayness on your hair, so much respect that you demand. Why can't you sit on the seat allocated to you and act right?
You know my question. Even if you like the window seat, right? Why won't you sit on the seat allocated to you? Wait for whoever. Sometimes I do that when I get on a flight. Sometimes the plane is probably not even filled up, so you even get to sit anywhere you want at the end of the day. So sometimes I do that, and if I see that, okay, someone I can talk to, I can be like, can I sit close to the window so you can... And if you don't have a problem with it, you tell me, oh, please sit, or no, I also like this place. And it's settled.
Even if you sat down first, you can ask and say.
Personally, I do not want to say much on this, especially talking about Wole Soyinka, because he didn't come out talk about this. And he probably knew, okay, this guy was in his right, so I just had to get up and sit where I was. Since my gray hair did not work for me today. Case closed. But it's a story code that brought social media. So I'm trying to stay away from dragging a man who probably know what he did was wrong and stayed on his
I feel
lane.
like how did Patrick get out?
We're not even trying to drag Wole Soyinka.
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying.
Well, even speak about the societal tone of that. Because you have a gray hair on your head, you are entitled to everything, and that's not true.
And I think
especially not on flight tickets. Yes, it is.
That's kind of bullying, because if you feel because you're older than me, you have the right to take my seat.
No, someone says it's culture versus what is right.
Do you understand? I saw that.
You see now, then
the manner of what the
story
accent was
needs to
probably
be analyzed in context. For example, in Australia, we have a tram. The tram gets full. On the side of the tram, there's a stickers for disabled people, pregnant people, and old people, and they say leave seats. Every time you see anyone in that category, you should actually get up for those people: old, disabled, and pregnant. But you see now that thing is based on Buwero, like we call it. It's after work hours, but not a flight ticket where you have there's already a pre-processed plan of how to do that. So in that case, yes, the respectful thing to do is to get up for that other person, an old person like Wole Soyinka, or a pregnant person, or a disabled person. But this context is different. And the fact that you are insisting that the person is in the rights that you must get up for me, it's not.
And then I know we allocate a lot of respect to the Nigerian culture, which is very, very, very acceptable. I like the fact that we're...
I like the word you use, allocate, instead of letting them earn it, but go ahead.
Well, you can look at it that way too, because there are a lot of people that I rather not say sa or ma to, but because of the culture, I really have to say the sa and the ma. Sometimes you greet someone by their first name and they go gaga on you like, shed Benny Wani and stuff like that. Like, why? Like, if I put auntie or brother, it won't change the respect I have for you. It won't change how I feel about you deep inside. I have people that are my age mates that I even have a whole lot of respect for. Do you understand? Because of the way they carry themselves, because of what value I know they've added to my life. So it's not until I start putting that I would actually
That's another thing I don't understand, because I've noticed that has happened to me. This situation has happened to me several times since I got here. I'll be at the bank, I'm on the queue, I've been standing there for a long time, and all of a sudden, that happened when I was sick and I had to go to the hospital. I was going to buy medicine. People started shouting, and she let the woman in the back go, that don't you know she's been waiting here for a long time. I was like, ma'am, the 24 hours this old lady has is the same one I have. She really wanted to go so quickly. She should have woken up earlier. And the person that brought her should have brought her earlier. I don't know this lady. I don't owe you any respect. And you can call me all you want, that my training wasn't good. They couldn't train me so I can come and be pleasing you. We met today. Do your own thing. I'll do my own thing. I think respect is very subjective. I have a right to give it to who I please.
True that.
And that's exactly where we wrap up on this episode. You can join the conversation by using the hashtag #TeaTime on social media, or tweet at us at +TV Africa. Until we come your way again, thank you as always goes to my co-anchors Ife Oshinke and Ife Omai, the entire production team as well. I'm saying thank you for watching. See you later. My name is Elsie Godwin.